Hello everyone, this is Cadet Petty Officer 3rd Class Cooper, and in tonight's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to shine your brass. So your brass, or your belt, is your belt. It is a key part of the uniform, right? So, you want to have a good belt, because if your belt's all messed up, it really can mess up the look, and if it's not shined and it looks orange instead of gold, and it just looks really bad. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need some steel wool, right? I would get fine coursed steel wool, because if you get it too coarse, then it won't like come off right. I would suggest, I got a 3 variety pack at Walmart, where it had coarse, like fine, and then extra fine. That's what I would recommend. So, and then you're also going to need some Neverdull or Blue Magic. So Blue Magic is a metal metal polisher, and then Neverdull, it's like a cotton-like substance, and it helps you shine. So, one thing, if you have just gotten your belt, you're going to need to take steel wool, and there's a protective layer on your belt. You're going to need to get that off. You're going to press really hard. For that, I would recommend using coarse steel wool, because it works really well, and you got to press really hard and get it all off. And then your belt should be able to shine after that. And if you have a scratch on your belt, you're going to take fine graded steel wool like this, and you're going to do small circles just along the grain of the belt, so going that way, right? So you go like this, like small circles, just round, not up and down, to get some scratches out. But anyway, you will also need a white cloth or t-shirt. So to start off, you have 2 parts of your belt. Obviously, you have the belt itself, and then the buckle. So the buckle you need to shine. This is all really important, the most important part of the belt. And then you also have this little tiny metal piece right here. This is also very important. You need to shine this, right? Because if this part's shiny, but this part isn't, it's going to look stupid. So, anyway, we're going to start off with the buckle. So, I personally use Neverdull because it's all I can find. And for some reason, belt polishing stuff is really hard to find, like at Walmart. I don't know why. But anyway, so you tear off a little piece of Neverdull, you wrap it into like a little ball, and you get your buckle, and just like if you were shining shoes, you do small circles. So I like to put it down on my rag, and I just do small circles all throughout the belt. And you want to make sure you get like the end pieces really well, because if you miss those, it can be really noticeable. So you just kind of keep going, and now what you're going to notice is if you pick up your piece of Neverdull, it's going to be black. That's all the smudge and dirt and grime coming off of your belt. So you just keep rubbing that in for a bit, and then I normally like to fold it up, then use a clean part of the Neverdull again, so that way you get a better shine on your belt. So you just keep doing that for a while until it gets black again. And now you're going to take your brass, and you're going to take your cloth, and you're going to wipe off all the Neverdull, right? So you're going to kind of sit there, and you got to rub it real hard. Now what I normally do is I take the cloth itself, and I rub really hard on it. That's, in my opinion, that's how you can get all of it off and get the shine to look the best. Is if you take it, place a barrier of the cloth between the finger and the belt, and then just wipe all the brass off. And now my belt is really bad at the moment. I don't know what's wrong with it, but there's a bunch of scratches on it. I don't know how they got there, and now, as you can see, it's really shiny. This is how your belt should look. It's like a mirror. You can look at me recording the video right now, right? That's how it should be. And also, and I would recommend doing that one more time. Right, so you get another piece of Neverdull, you just keep doing it over and over and over again. This is how you get a good polish on your belt. Now, the way you would do it with Blue Magic. So Blue Magic is more liquidy, right? It's not like a cotton kind of substance like this. It's a liquid. So what you would do, so Blue Magic, from the name, it's blue. You would take like a little bit on your finger and you would just rub it on the belt. And eventually it would turn black. That's from all the smudge and grime on the belt. Then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take a rag and you're going to wipe it all off. And it'll be clearer. So Neverdol is good for like maintenance, but Blue Magic is good if you want to get an amazing shine on your belt. And like I said, they're really hard to find, but you can order them off of Amazon if you really can't find them at like a Walmart or just any place. So that's Amazon is always available, and you're just gonna have to wait for it to ship, obviously. So same thing, you're just gonna wipe off all the grime with a rag. You want to switch spots so that way it's nice and clean and you're not just using a dirty spot all over your belt, and you just nicely shine to get clean. And now, a nicely shined belt buckle. Okay, so after you're done with the belt buckle, you have to come on to this little brass tip right here. Now, this part is very important, so you have to be careful when you're shining this, because as you can see, the white stuff around the tip, that's from the Neverdol and Blue Magic, right? You can kill the cloth on the belt if you do that. I need to scrub mine down and get it fixed because I have accidentally gotten polish, or shine I should say, on the belt. So it's going to be the same process with this. You're going to take a piece of Neverdol, you're just going to rub it on the metal part. And you just got to kind of sit there for a bit, rub it around. You want to make sure you get the sides and the tip. Right? And you do that. Just keep rubbing it. And then after you think you've rubbed it long enough, put your piece of Neverdol to the side. Take a piece of your cloth and just rub it down. Right? Alright. And now, a beautiful piece of brass. So you can like compare them. If they look about the same, then that's good. Now, here's the tricky part. So after you're done shining your brass, you need to obviously assemble the belt. So you have to stick this part through here, right? But this part is hard because if you mess this up, then it can ruin the whole look of the belt. So you have to get the belt back, but this metal part right here cannot show. So the belt should look like this. That can be really hard to achieve at times. So a trick that I learned from Master Chief, I'm not sure if it works yet, this is my first time trying it out, is you want to use about the length of your knuckle. So I'm trying it right now. I'm going to figure out if this works or not. I sure hope it does because I've always struggled with this. And now you're going to set it back all the way. Alright, set it back as much as you can, so about to the middle. And this ball needs to be flushed down all the way to the side. So you're going to set it, get it nice and set and tight. And now what I normally do is I'll take my cloth, get a clean spot that I haven't used to shine. I'll press my fingers on the end of the belt, so like this. So that way I don't smudge it, and this gives me the best control on tightening the belt. And then so you push back the ball pins one more time, make sure. And you just push down on the belt and get it as far in as you can. Sometimes you got to do it the other way. Just like that, and bam. So give your belt a little wipe off. So this is a bad example, right? So this is what you would not want your belt to look like. But the ball pins are flushed all the way, and the belt is shiny. So it just takes some time to learn like the distance that you need to properly like get the belt aligned. It can take time, so if you're struggling with it at first, don't worry. We all did. I know I did. I struggled with a lot of things when I first started out, rightfully so. But I can't think of anything else off the top of my head with belt shining. So yeah, that'll be it for tonight's tutorial. Do great things and have a great night.